In this problem, we want to find the equation of a line. So anytime you read a problem where it says write the equation of a line, immediately think of the general equation of a line, which is just y is equal to some mx plus b. So we're going to write an equation in the form of y equals mx plus b. So we need to find the slope of this line, and we also need to find the y-intercept. So this is a very specific line. We want a line that passes through the points -6, 11 and the point 3, 17. So the first thing that you should do here is label your points. Call this x sub 1 and y sub 1, and then call the second point x sub 2 and y sub 2. So to write the equation of a line, the first step is to find the slope. So let's calculate that slope, m. So the formula for calculating the slope is the same as the formula for calculating the average rate of change between 2 points. So that's y sub 2 minus y sub 1 divided by x sub 2 minus x sub 1. So now we can just do our substitution. 17 minus 11, divide that by 3 minus, and don't forget that's minus -6. So that's 17 minus 11 over 3 plus 6. Okay, so be careful with your signs. And that gives us a slope of 2/3. And you can just leave your slope as a fraction. Once you have the slope, then the second step is to find the y-intercept. That means find b. Okay, there are two ways to find the y-intercept. I'll show you both methods. The first method is to use the point slope formula. My advice to you is to just pick one method and stick with it. So if you're comfortable with the point slope formula, use that method. If you're comfortable using the slope-intercept formula, so slope-intercept formula, then just pick that method and stick with it. Okay? All right, so if you're using the point slope formula, the point slope formula says take y, subtract y sub 1, and that's equal to the slope times x minus x sub 1. Okay, so I'm using x sub 1 and y sub 1 here, but it doesn't matter which point you use. If both of these points are on the line, I'll call this point A and point B. You can either use point A or point B, and it doesn't matter which point you use. It will give you the same formula and the same y-intercept. So I'm just going to pick the first point here. I'm going to choose point B. Okay, so I'm going to choose point B. And so the y value is 17. Our slope we found was 2/3. And our x variable, when y is 17, x is 3. And then now we just need to solve this equation for y. So when we solve this equation for y, we'll have the equation of the line. We'll have the equation of the line, and we'll also have it in the slope and the y-intercept. Okay, so I'm going to go back to my pen here. Let's distribute out that 2/3 to every single term inside the parentheses. And so 2/3 times -3, that just gives us 2. Okay, and then now I'm going to add 17 to both sides. So add 17 to both sides. So the equation of the line is y is equal to 2/3 x, right, plus 15, final answer. So you see, we can see here that the equation of the line that passes through the points -6, 11 and the point 3, 17 is the line y equals 2/3 x, where the slope is 2/3, plus 15, where 15 is the y-intercept. Now let me show you how to get the equation using the slope-intercept formula. So the slope-intercept formula, so let me go back to my pen. Okay, so the slope-intercept formula is that formula y equals mx plus b. What you're going to do is you're going to substitute in the slope that you found in the first step, and then you're going to pick one point. So again, I'm going to use point B here, and you're going to substitute in 3 for x and 17 for y, and then solve for b, where b is your y-intercept. So let's go ahead and do that. When y is 17 and the slope is 2/3 and x is 3, let's solve for b. So here we have 17 is equal to 2 plus b, subtract 2 from both sides. And so b is equal to 15, and then now you just have to remember to put it all together to write the equation. So we've got the y-intercept and the slope. Let's put it together. Y is equal to 2/3 x plus 15, final answer. So hopefully you can see that we came up with the same exact equation, whether we're using the point slope formula or the slope-intercept formula. And again, my advice to you is it doesn't matter which method you use. You can use the method on the left here, or you can use the method on the right. It will lead you to the same solution. So just pick one method and be comfortable with it.